is not a portfolio of shares, but it's actual physical gold bullion. At the moment, we have 28.6 tons of gold sitting this time in London at Brinks, which is our custodian, and that is equivalent to about 8.9 billion rand in assets, which makes it by far the biggest ETF in this country.
Indeed it does, yeah, and that was the reason I was wanting to have a chat with you about it tonight, because it just seems to get bigger and bigger. 23rd of January, you added another 23,000 ounces. Then 9th of February, another 23,000 ounces. Why do you do it in those allotments? 2.4 million units, 23,597 ounces. I thought...
Yeah, we're doing it in blocks because obviously you can't, when you buy it, you have to buy it in blocks. The one gold bar is 400 ounces and one block is 10 of those. So we're buying in blocks of 4,000 ounces, and it depends on the demand.
So when you buy one new gold share, you get 1/100th of an ounce.
1/100th of an ounce, exactly.
So it's even better than buying a 10th ounce of a Kruger Rand.
Exactly.
Have you compared, because we know that there has been a lot of demand for gold coins recently, the difference between what gold coins are trading at a premium and, of course, new gold, which trades
we really
at
haven't
the
looked
normal
at
price?
it. We haven't looked at it closely, but the main difference is really liquidity, and that is that you can buy and sell on a stock exchange very large amounts. Liquidity is as big as the liquidity of the gold spot price, while in the coin market it's slightly different.
28.6 tons would be what, roughly half of South Africa's production in a year nowadays.
Well, South Africa is about 300 tons per
okay,
annum.
That's not a half.
So it's
long way from half. Sorry.
Sure, but it is actually
How
quite
many
large.
ounces would it be roughly?
It's close to 1 million ounces at the moment.
Mm-hmm. So that would be, say, 1/5 of the production of a big
but
mine
maybe
like Anglo Gold.
Exactly, but maybe one point to be made is if you look at that was one of the factors that is supporting the gold price, which is the demand from the gold ETFs worldwide. At the moment, we have about 1,200 tons of gold sitting in gold ETFs worldwide, and that is one of the significant factors why the gold price is as high as it is.
So relatively speaking, the new gold is still a fairly small operation compared with what the older ones on the New York Stock Exchange.
Exactly. However, if you look at it as a percentage of the overall market capitalization of a market, we've done that exercise some time ago, and as a percentage of the size of the overall market, we have the highest penetration of the gold ETF.
Explain that.
In other words, if you take into account your equity markets and your fixed income markets, and you take the gold ETF as a proportion of that market, you have 1,000 tons in the U.S. market, but the U.S. market is much larger than the South African market.
So South Africans are gold bugs.
South Africans are gold bugs.
Why do you keep the gold in London and not here?
Well, it was really a consequence of the factor that we've grown so much. The only custodian in South Africa that can hold gold is Rand Refinery, and obviously that amount of gold was too big for them, and because storage of gold is not their core business, so we've decided to actually move the gold to London. 9
billion rands worth of gold, then
Correct.
Owned by South Africans. How big a room would that fill?
It is not huge. It is really the gold is quite heavy, so it's a smallish room, and you can put quite a lot of gold.
No wonder the robbers. You still get these movies, David, where they.
I was going to ask Vladimir how they transported it.
How did you?
We can't comment on those things.